Oh wait, it's on. Hey guys, gals, everyone on the internet. I know this video is a bit weird, but I want to start this video by saying, do this for your own health. I noticed that people in the world are getting sick, so here's some bloody precautions on how not to get sick. Sleeve. Wash your hands. 6 feet away from each other. I know you're antisocial, but don't be that. Okay, basically, today is something different. You might be seeing Pokemon Go! And, oh my god, I'm super excited to talk about this. No. I'm going to talk about something super annoying that Pokemon Go has, but I want to talk about it in a way that you can learn from. Now, to begin this, I want to talk about this. I made this own. This would be the variant I thought would be super freaking cool of the Pokemon Go logo. This is a Nova variant because screw my easy editing software. So to begin this, I want to talk about something very important. Everyone knows Pokemon Go. When you raid, battle, or have a chance to get something super freaking cool, you have a chance for it to be shit. Now, I'm gonna be serious with you guys. Just imagine this. You just caught some super legendary Pokemon, and it's a garbage pile because it has nothing good on it. Now, to anyone that knows Pokemon Go, yeah, you're right. But I'm going to talk about this because this is something I've dealt with. I'm talking about RSG. Now, what is RSG? Please tell us. Now, RSG means Random Stat Generator. Now, basically, I put generator on here accidentally. Now, what makes RSG so good and what makes RSG so fucking bad? Now, first I have to say, RSG is very random. It could be giving you super high-class moves with a good legendary to giving you shit moves. Now, I don't have any explanation for this, but I'll explain it in a matter of 2 phrases. RSG sucks, but it works to make a good counterbalance for any situation. Now, to begin this, an RSG is always used in legendary raids or just in random strats. So, a good example of RSG is a matter of, let's say you're fighting, I don't know, whatever his name is, Galavani's Pokemon. Let's say you catch it. Well, RSG will always allow you to do certain things. It basically allows you to get certain levels, tells you what your appraisal is. It basically does everything, and basically it's a random strat. Now basically, what RSG does is it sucks. Now RSG can basically do simple things as giving you good moves such as Extra Sensory, which does 14 damage per hit, or it could give you Frustration, that does only 12 damage in 3 slots. Now, I want to explain this. Frustration is a horrible move. Do not play or use Frustration. Now, what is Frustration? Frustration is a 3-set move, basically with the downside of that it does only 12 damage per thing. Hold on, 12 damage. Basically, it does 12 damage. Now, to give you an example, I caught myself during PokeFest. I put this meme on my Instagram, and I caught a Mewtwo, which freaking looks incredible. To be freaking honest, Mewtwo looks dope as hell, because Mewtwo is a goddamn dope-ass Pokemon. Now, unlike most Pokemon, Mewtwo is always known as one of my god tier classes, because Mewtwo, in my opinion, is my favorite. Now, here's where things go downhill. Mewtwo has, well, Psycho Cut, which you in the comments can basically just tell me in the comments, what do you think of it? And has Frustration. Now, in my opinion, these 2 moves just suck. In other words, Psycho Cut basically does 6 damage, but has a 2-second cooldown, meaning you use Psycho Cut, 2 seconds pass by, you can use it again, and so on. It's not a really quick cooldown, it just means you can't spam the shit out of it, such as Scratch, which Scratch is actually a pretty good move. But Frustration, however, oh boy howdy, do we talk about Frustration again. Frustration does 12 damage, meaning it only does 36, I think, damage if you hit all 3 over and over. It does only 36 damage, enough move strikes as a freaking tidal wave of the embarrassment. Now, unlike most, I do have Pokemon like Dialga with a 6 damage, Dragon Breath, and Deco Meteor with 150 damage. Now, in general, RSG is always a good thing to have in a video game like this because you can't always have a moderator to say, hey, I'm gonna give this shit this good and a bunch of other garbage. No, RSG is a very good thing to use, such as damage per second, a bunch of other stuff, and it's pretty useful for most situations. No, I can't really explain much, but I can explain this. RNG or RSG is good for certain situations, such as it's only good if, and only if, it's a strong Pokemon. Now, I'm going to give you an example of this and kind of go downhill. I have a Pokemon that is level 2,600 with, actually, Deco Meteor and all that. Basically, these are from raids in general, or raid Pokemon are, so basically, shit, I messed up. Basically, there is a difference between RSG and normal catches. Normal catching Pokemon, catching normal Pokemon in the wild to anything in general basically gives you RSG. Now, what that means is that Pokemon will not have a special attack, it will not have a specific overrage. It just won't tell you until you catch it, and that's what the RSG does. It basically gives a random moveset that basically just is meant to say, hey, screw you. Basically, RSG isn't bad. It's actually pretty good, to be freaking honest. Most of my good Pokemon have really good random movesets that actually make them very hard to counter. There's a good thing. You should always have that shit. Now, unlike most, RSG does have its downsides. One of those being you can't always expect the same moveset or the same attack. Ruby, get out of my room. Get out of my room. Sorry. But basically, RSG does one thing in particular that makes it very, very annoying. In raids, when you raid a certain Pokemon, RSG can basically vary the attack or how much damage it can do. An example of this is the move, well, Meteor Strike or something, or Landslide or some shit. Basically, the move's attack doesn't really change much, but the damage it does can. In a rare coincidence that it will change attack, it can change from the slightest a bit of damage to the highest amount of damage. This is pretty much the main thing I'm talking about. So let's talk about the biggest importance here. The biggest elephant in the room is an RSG with legendaries. Now, unlike this, the only way you can get RSG problems is if they're mission catches, like if you have certain missions you need to use, or if they're moves that are pretty shit and they don't have any class point. Now, unlike this, I will explain this in general. Different class Pokemon have different understandings. Now, to begin this, water type moves can learn ice type moves. Pikachu lightning type moves can be learned through psychics. Each Pokemon type has a chance to learn a specific move type. An example of this is Eevee. Eevee can learn Tackle, but also can learn Dig. Dig is a ground type, and Tackle's a normal type. Eevee isn't a ground type, though. How'll that work? Well, the random, oh fuck, I can't think. Basically, what RSG does is it just randomly tells you this Pokemon has a chance to use these moves because it is close enough to that. In general, it relates them closer to what the Pokemon type is. A good example of this is pretty obviously Corilla. I have a Corilla with a Charge Beam and Disarming Voice. Now, Corilla is a Psychic and Fairy type, which means that Corilla also can learn Electric type, which also means, in general, different Pokemon can learn different moves depending on how good they are in stat, etc. Did that make any sense to you guys? Good, because now we're going to talk about deep shit. Unlike most, we're going to talk about Mewtwo. Mewtwo, unlike most cases, can learn normal type moves. Since normal types and psychics all are very similar, they can learn basically a normal type move. But here's the problem with it. Usually the normal type move is some super weak move, or the move itself isn't the greatest move it can get. Most normal type moves are pretty shit, so yeah, if you're a normal type person that likes to battle with normal types, I'm not gonna put you down or anything, but normal type moves aren't good unless you know how to use them. Unless you know actually use them, then you're pretty good and pretty well set. In general, normal type moves are just well known as the move set that is always used in situations such as I can't get the right move set. Now, in the very end, I could blabber on about this whole thing in general, but let's talk about Mewtwo, shall we? I will actually show on screen my Mewtwo because I don't give a shit about him. Let me actually find it. No, that's my Penkaya. Mewtwo, here. Now, unlike most, you can definitely see, I don't know if you guys can see that. If you guys can, I might raise the phone. There you go, you saw it. Basically, he has Psycho Cut, which just means it has 6 attack. Hey, that's not bad. Psycho Cut's a pretty quick move. But Frustration is not a good move. Unlike most moves, Return, Frustration, and Pounce, and Scratch are 4 moves that aren't really good. Scratch is mainly for Persian, but Persian, if you have Scratch, you're basically a scumbag that no one fucking likes. Basically, unlike Scratch is a pretty good move if you know how to use it. But unlike Scratch, there are 3 other moves, such as Pounce, I think it's Pounce, I'm not even sure, Frustration, and Return. These moves are pretty garbagey, and they don't really get any kind of good defense. They're all shit. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, in general, if I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments, because in the very end, I don't know what I'm talking about. But in the very end, these moves aren't good. They're never good. You don't want to use them unless you can switch them out. If you can't and you're stuck with them, I guess you can kind of use them if you know how to play your cards right. I don't fucking know. Now, in the very end, a Mewtwo that has pretty good attack and HP and good defense seems good to have. But if it has Frustration, no, it's not. You don't want that shit. In general, all I'm saying in this video is random stat generators, or no, the move sets in general are pretty bad. Now, I'm going to be serious. I'm going to take my favorite Pokemon / my greatest stat generated. Now, in general, you can totally tell me in the comments what your favorite stat is. Basically, random stat generators are pretty good, and my favorite move is my 1822 Pankia with Dragon's Tail and Aurora Tail. Basically, Dragon Tail and Aurora Tail. Basically, the reason this is a really good set is because it has 6 attack, it can do pretty much really quick damage, as well as it can do Aurora Tail, which is a water type move that can basically just wipe out most Pokemon classes in general. Now, in general, I'm going to say this. This video, I'm not sure it's going to turn out, but hopefully it is good. And at the very end of all this, all I can say really is that Pokemon Go isn't a bad game. I actually do enjoy Pokemon Go. So I play this game a lot, and I actually played it with a couple people on the Pokemon Go. If you do live in Boca Raton, or you do live in Boca, I'm not sure. Sorry, I had to get back home. I'm gonna put this Discord server called the Boca Raids in the description. It is where you can actually meet a bunch of people who live in Boca. You can raid with them. You can be friends. You can make a lot of friends, actually. I made a couple of my friends from Boca Raids, and I'm pretty happy with that. It seems pretty fair. Now, unlike most, oh, sorry. I do want to say this. Pokemon Go itself, in general, can be a pretty fair-based game if you know how to play your cards. It's any kind of situation. I beat Galvani today, which took me like 14 revives and like 30 potions. But hey, I beat him. I got his Articuno, or not Articuno. I was like a fucking idiot, don't I? I actually got his Suicune. I think it's called Suicune. And pretty much in general, yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to say about the situation. Pokemon Go does have its ups and downs, but it does have a lot of good chances in the game industry, such as this. That's all I'm going to say really for this video. I don't have anything else to say. The game itself is pretty fun. If you do play it, go, like, subscribe, notifications on. I will talk a bit more about this if you want more of the random stat generator. Also, I probably should have explained what random stat generator does in the beginning of the video. It basically tells you the random stats of the appraisal system, of the random stats of attack, random health. It basically just randomizes everything you have, and hopefully it does something in general. That makes sense to you guys? Good. Now, in the very end, what's in the chest? What's in this amazing looking chest? I don't have an editor, but it's a subscribe button. If you subscribe, you get to know it's in. Also, you get to know it's in this amazing little chest. If you get to hold on. If you get to like 20 likes, we can probably open the chest and I can show you the next video what's in it. Sound fair enough to you guys? Awesome. Now, if you like this video, I already said what to do, but. That's mainly it. I said but I don't have any other reason to say but, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, I do want to say that this is a really cool thing that I found out about recently, because I learned about this random stat generator just like a week before Pokemon PokeFest, and I was like, oh, cool. Maybe it's gonna be very freaking important, and it was pretty important. To be fully honest, I had no idea it even existed. I thought it was like a bunch of AIs, but no. Random stat generator does exist. It was pretty cool to learn about, and I figured out that it can be either your best friend or worst fucking enemy. If you guys like this video, like, subscribe. Also, if you do want to help the channel out, please subscribe. Go down there, please, 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 please. Subscribe. Basically, that's all I'm gonna say. I did that as a meme. I wasn't being serious. If you want to subscribe, it's really up to you, really. I'm not really gonna force you guys. I'm not gonna say like to subscribe or this thing will look through your window tonight. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, this is a little adorable little Furby I have. A little cursed fucking demon I have. Now, this video won't get monetized. I have cursed way too much. Now, so I'm gonna say really, if you guys like this, go down in the comments. When this video ends, you'll probably see that this is a very old looking picture, but I will add in some tiny details into this probably soon. Probably at the video ends. And if you did want some more content of this, or you want some more defining details of Pokemon Go, or truths and explanations of what you should know about the game, tell me in the comments, please. Also, I'm hoping to get like legendary Pokemon very soon, so if you want to join me on that, join Boca Raids. My Pokemon ID number will be actually in there, and you guys can find me out. My name is Nova on Discord, so if you want to figure that shit out, go in the comments and you'll figure me out. That'll be it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next video. Where the fuck do I turn this shit off? Here it is. 18 minutes. That isn't bad. 10-minute mark. Peace out, guys.